And welcome to another BLITZ version of BIGONES.NFT. Today we're going to be talking about stable diffusion. Let's dive into it. And welcome back. So let's talk about stable diffusion. All right, so essentially this is another one of those platforms. Now we have talked about some of the more famous ones like DALL-E 2, which is by OpenAI, also Midjourney. So this is really one of the top three, I would say, stable diffusion. And there's been a lot of NFTs I've also seen by artists that have been posting on Twitter, and of course selling on OpenSea, that they do actually state there that they've created these particular works of art using stable diffusion. Now, again, if you haven't watched our other videos, there'll be links in the description below. But as with all these AI generated art, you actually have to create prompts, and it's becoming a bit of a art in itself of creating these prompts, how to create them, how to type them, what to write to be able to create basically whatever's you're visioning in your head, be it 3D art or comic book style or maybe line drawing, any of those kinds of styles. You need to actually prompt the AI to then, for it to then pull and create the final product. Or as in most of these APIs or platforms, they provide 4 different versions of that. Then you can choose one and try to then maybe regenerate and redo it again, but on a particular style. So anyway, so stable diffusion is one of them. So look, I've got it here again. Links to everything we're talking about will be in the description below. Now, stable diffusion online. So look, there's a demo version, and obviously like most of these things, there's a paid version. So this one is obviously, I'm just using the free version, and I'll just read the tagline. Stable diffusion is a latent text-to-image diffusion model capable of generating photorealistic images given any text input, cultivates autonomous freedom to produce incredible imagery, empowers billions of people to create stunning art within seconds. Create beautiful art using stable diffusion online for free. So look, I'm obviously you guys can play around with this, and I highly suggest you experiment and play. It's pretty easy to register. Basically, I think you can even just use, I think actually, if you just wanted to do it for free, you don't even have to sign in. All right, you don't even have to create any kind of account. And usually most of these AI accounts, you'd be just using your Google login. It already automatically or default gives you that option. Of course, you can create your own account from scratch, but usually I'll just use my my general Google login. So anyway, and basically you type in the prompts and then you just click generate image, and then within seconds, literally seconds, it will create about 4 different images for you to then select. Now, what's interesting with stable diffusion, on the main page of the prompt, they've actually got enter a negative prompt. And what that basically means, pretty simple, is what don't you want to be shown inside. So for example, and I think this plays into, particularly with stable diffusion, is obviously you can write in things that you want to see, but you can be specific of things that you don't want to see, and this allows you to type that in. For example, I guess you could say, if you wanted to, again, this is just off the cuff, if you wanted to have a picture of fireworks on a harbor, you could say, I don't want to see any boats in the water. All right, so you can actually state that in the prompt, and I guess the AI would then filter out any images or take out any images with boats. So look, that's stable diffusion. Again, we've also talked about in our previous videos Midjourney, and of course DALL-E 2 from OpenAI. Now, in another video that we did, again, links in the description below, we've talked about obviously who owns the copyright, and I won't get into that, but it is a very interesting topic, and again, you can watch our video on that to answer that question: who actually owns the copyright for the images created using these platforms? Anyway, that's it for now. If you like this video, please click that thumb and give us a like, and also subscribe if you want to hear more about these things. And if you want to keep hearing more of these things, turn that notification bell for more of these videos. It'll be very, very much appreciated. That's it for now. Have a good night wherever you are, and see you next time.